Logan Daniels leaned back in his office chair, eyes narrowed as he reviewed the financial reports spread across his desk. Something didn't sit right. Profits across his 11 supermarkets remained steady, yet employee turnover was climbing at an alarming rate, and customer complaints about long checkout lines and poor service were piling up. He had built this company from scratch, starting with a small corner grocery store 2 decades ago. Now, looking at the numbers, the brand bore his name, but the soul of the business felt foreign. His district manager, Alex Foster, had insisted everything was under control, but Logan didn't buy it. He wasn't the kind of CEO to sit back and trust a spreadsheet. He needed to see the truth for himself. By midnight, he had a plan. He would go undercover as a new trainee at one of his stores. Most employees had never seen him in person, only recognized his name from company-wide emails or the plaque in the break room. That anonymity was now his greatest asset. The next morning, Logan arrived at the Mapleview location dressed in worn jeans, a plain gray hoodie, and a baseball cap pulled low. A week of grown-out stubble disguised his normally clean-shaven face. His name tag simply read Lee. The store manager, a stout man in his late 40s named Rick McAllister, barely glanced at him. "All right, Lee. You're shadowing the floor crew today. Don't mess around, don't waste my time." Logan nodded, keeping his expression blank. He spent the morning shadowing a young cashier named Natalie. She had tired eyes, dark circles under them, and the mechanical motions of someone running on fumes. "Been here long?" he asked quietly. 2 years, she muttered, forcing a polite smile as she handed a receipt to a customer. "You like it?" She hesitated. "It pays the bills." Logan watched as the lines at checkout grew longer. Only 2 registers were open. Why not more lanes open? Natalie sighed. They cut shifts. We're always short-staffed. Logan's stomach turned. His company prided itself on fair treatment and respect for its workers. So why were they being worked into the ground? Later, in the break room, Logan overheard a lanky young man pleading with Rick. "Please, I'll take any extra hours you got," the worker begged. His name tag read Dylan. Rick didn't even look up from his clipboard. "We're staying within budget. No overtime." "But Not my problem," Rick interrupted. Dylan slumped away. Logan clenched his fists. He had always approved generous labor budgets. If someone wanted to work, they deserved the opportunity. Rick's dismissal of Dylan wasn't just harsh, it was inhumane. As the day continued, Logan rotated between stocking shelves, helping customers, and observing operations. He noticed puddles forming under broken freezer units and expired food left on shelves. Customers looked frustrated and confused, wandering in search of assistance. When he asked Natalie about it, she said, "We used to have more staff. Now we just try to do more with less." "And Rick?" She glanced around before whispering, "Depends who you are. If you're his favorite, he's fine. If not, good luck. He doesn't care about us. Just the numbers." During lunch, Logan sat with Dylan, who picked at a bag of chips. "You okay?" Logan asked. Dylan exhaled. "Not really. Been here almost a year. They keep cutting my hours. Can't even pay rent sometimes." "That happened to others too?" "Yeah. Rick says it's about budget control, but his buddies get all the hours. The rest of us fight for scraps." Logan felt his jaw tighten. This wasn't just neglect. It was favoritism. It was mismanagement. And he was going to stop it. Later, Rick held a quick staff meeting. No more excessive breaks. No standing around. No complaints. "Got an issue? Keep it to yourself." Natalie folded her arms. "When are we getting more help? We're already drowning." Rick scowled. "You're paid to work, not whine." That was the final straw. Logan had seen enough. When the shift ended, Logan stepped forward near the stockroom. "Rick," he said calmly, "gather everyone in the break room. Now." "Why would I?" Logan removed his cap. "Because I own this store." Rick paled. Within minutes, employees filled the break room, whispering to one another. Logan stood before them. 20 years ago, I started this company with one store. I knew every name, stocked shelves myself, and made sure people were treated right. Somewhere along the line, I lost touch. That's on me. So, I came here undercover. What I saw was unacceptable." Rick straightened. "We followed policy. Is it policy to refuse extra hours to those who need them while playing favorites? To cut shifts so drastically that service collapses and morale crumbles? We have constraints. No, what we have is a failure of leadership." Natalie spoke up. "We've been saying this for months. Nothing changed." That changes now, Logan said. Effective immediately, Rick is relieved of duty. Gasps rippled through the room. Rick sputtered, then stormed out, red-faced. Going forward, Logan said, shift availability will be reviewed. Anyone wanting more hours can request them. We'll hire additional staff to lighten the load. And we're going to start listening. For the first time that day, the tension began to lift. Dylan raised his hand. So what happens now? Now, Logan said, we rebuild. Together. He paused. I want to hear what's really happening. No filters. No fear. Natalie was first. We're overworked. Not enough people, constant breakdowns, bad schedules. Dylan added, if we say no to a shift, we get punished the next week. Another employee, a middle-aged woman named Renee, said, customers are angry, but we're stretched too thin to help. Logan nodded. We're hiring more staff. Overtime will be available for those who want it. No more favoritism. Scheduling will be balanced and fair. And every store will have someone to listen. And who's making sure that happens? Dylan asked. Me. But I'm also appointing a new manager. Someone who actually cares. He turned to Renee. You've been here the longest. Would you take the lead? Renee looked stunned, then nodded slowly. Yes, I'll do it. Good, Logan said. You've earned it. He wasn't done. Renee and I will work together. I'll be checking in regularly. Not just here. Every store. If something doesn't work, I want to know. Natalie nodded. We'll hold you to that. I expect you to. The meeting ended with a different energy. Conversations were lighter. Faces less guarded. Dylan caught up to him at the door. I meant what I said about wanting a fair shot. Logan handed him a business card. If things start slipping, call me. 3 days later, Logan returned, this time as himself. No hoodie. No disguise. Inside, the atmosphere had already started shifting. He found Renee managing a discussion with 2 new hires. How's it going? Logan asked. Better, Renee said. Schedules are balanced, and morale's improving. Still work to do, but we're getting there. He saw Natalie working the register with more ease. She gave him a nod of acknowledgement. What about Dylan? He's stepping up. I think he wants more than just hours. What do you suggest? Inventory training. It's a step forward. Do it. He later found Dylan at the loading dock. Heard you're moving into inventory. Dylan shrugged. Feels like progress. But I want more than a new title. I want a future. Logan nodded. Then show us what you can do. This is your shot. Run with it. As Logan stepped outside into the crisp air, he realized something vital. The numbers on a spreadsheet never told the full story. But the people did. And he was finally listening.